Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Demon Slayer. Last time around we had the house with the Wisteria family crest, where basically, a lot happened, I guess. There was the whole blow up between Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke? It was Inosuke. Yes. Okay. I was trying to make sure it wasn't Inuyosuke, but I'm pretty sure it's just Inosuke. I think. I don't remember. Well, you know what? I've got it written down in my notes. I'll go look. Yep, just Inosuke. Alright, great. That makes my life easier. Inosuke, formerly known as Boorman Frank. Anyway. So yeah, there was a whole thing between them, but eventually it all kind of got resolved. We basically just learned that Inosuke is really just kind of a kid. Like, he doesn't know how humans work, and he just wants to test his strength. So, yeah. And then eventually, the crow led them, as the crow flies. Anyway, the crow led them to the house with the Wisteria family crest, where the family there, who had once been saved by demon slayers, basically gave them new clothes, a meal, and checked up on all of their broken ribs, and they all were able to relax and have a good night's sleep. Well, they would, except Nezuko decided to come out of her box, and while this isn't actually a problem with Inosuke, because he just went to sleep, he doesn't really care anymore, it is a problem with Zenitsu, because he is very much pissed off that Tanjiro has been traveling around with a cute girl, and Zenitsu does not approve of that, so yeah. Anywho, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure, so let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Demon Slayer. Here we go. I want to look up who plays the Spider Boy, but I really don't know how I'm going to do that without a name. Give me a sec, I'll figure something out. My idea is to look up this episode, and only this episode, on the Demon Slayer wiki. Don't look at anything else. Just find who voices the Spider Boy, and then look up the voice actor. It's brilliant. Oh. Okay, I don't need to look that up then. Alright, so I went to find it. I don't know any spoilers. I swear to you now I don't know any spoilers. What I do know is who voiced him. And it was Billy Kometz. And I don't need to look up Billy Kometz. I know who Billy Kometz is. He was Josuke Higashikata. He was also White Blood Cell in Cells at Work, which I've recently seen. God rest his soul. Man was amazing. So, which, now it's starting to become a JoJo reunion. Because we have him and Gyu in this episode, voiced by Johnny Unbosh, who played Jonathan Joestar. Although, his Gyu dips a bit more into his Lelouch v Britannia than his Jonathan Joestar. But yeah, I'm so glad to have Gyu back. I was so pumped to have Johnny Unbosh in this show. And then he just hasn't been here since episode 1. And it's like, oh, but I like him. So yeah, I'm glad we have him back. And we also have another character, Shinobu. Now, she's not, or maybe she is. Is she the girl who was at the final selection with Tanjiro and Zenitsu? We still haven't gotten back to the really annoying Scar guy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if that is supposed to be her or not. It might be. So. Okay. interesting stuff. I will say this was a very subdued episode. Like they're actually like in the moment there wasn't a lot of music, and that kind of worked. It kind of kept that sort of eerie atmosphere about it, you know? So I like that. So yeah, one of the first things we can talk about, I think, is Inosuke. It's just so interesting, again, just the fact that he really just is a child, you know? He doesn't know anything. He's kind of, I guess you could say he's kind of similar to Goku, like early Dragon Ball Goku. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans haven't actually watched Dragon Ball, but whatever. I did. I will be the one who flaunts that. I did. And yeah, early Dragon Ball Goku, I mean, he was kind of an idiot, you know, but he was a kid who lived in the mountains, and for a while he didn't have his grandpa, you know? And Inosuke kind of feels like that, just a very more aggressive, you know, child, you know? I mean, the man wants to test his strength, and he doesn't want to deal with anyone weaker than him, you know? He tolerates Tanjiro just because he can put up a fight, and he vaguely tolerates Zenitsu just because Tanjiro makes him, you know? So I like that, those moments where Tanjiro and the old lady at the house, they both basically do something nice for him, you know? She offers to wash his clothes, and then, you know, wishes him good luck, and then Tanjiro thanks him for going up there and helping him, because Tanjiro was scared too, you know? And I like that. I mean, he basically just can't process what kindness is, you know? He's never had that. He's never had to deal with that before. But you can tell he does kind of like it, you know? He does kind of like people being kind to him, you know? At least this is what I'm gathering, you know? This is what I'm gathering. I don't think I'm wrong about this, but I mean, I don't know. I could be misreading this, but yeah, so yeah, I think that's definitely it. And honestly, again, it's just a very interesting thing, and I really like how Tanjiro can handle Inosuke, you know? Because yeah, you know, when they are having a terrible time, you know, trying to explain these, you know, metaphors and stuff like that, and you know, he's kind of getting frustrated about it, and then Tanjiro, he just starts running faster. And because of that, Inosuke starts running faster because he doesn't want to be beaten in any sort of a race or competition. And there you go. You've cleared his mind of that, you know? And I really do enjoy that Tanjiro knows how to do that, you know? It definitely makes me think, like, yeah, he knows what to do because he was the oldest sibling, you know? You know, I'm sure he probably didn't have to do that with, you know, with Nezuko when she was young, but he did have a younger brother, so I want to believe that that's why he can handle Inosuke so much better than Zenitsu can. And Zenitsu, I mean, he's a lot to handle in his own right, so... Oh, excuse me. So I don't blame him for not being able to handle Inosuke. But I really did like that. I thought that was a good thing. But yeah, Mount Natagumo. That's what it was called, right? Yes, Mount Natagumo. Is it a Gumo? Nah, it's not a Gumo. You're welcome. You're welcome for the dad joke. Anyway, 10 Mizunoto demon slayers were sent up the mountain. Only one seems to have survived, which is interesting. So, here's the interesting thing. I mean, you gotta think about, I guess, the politics of the Demon Slayer Corps, or just the strategies of the Demon Slayer Corps. Like, obviously, their purpose is to hunt demons. That much is very clear. You kind of do wonder, though, because I guess it's a very rare thing for Giyu to spare Nezuko, you know? And it really took him a while before he decided to do that, you know? But if these, you know, 5 demons, I guess, if these 5 demons are on this mountain and everything seems to be fine, like they as the Josuke demon said, they just want to, ironically, they want to live a quiet life. Now Billy Komet's is out here voicing a character like Yoshikage Kira. Wow, that's hilarious. But yeah. So yeah, it's like if they just want to live peacefully on this mountain, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's like what I guess motivates. How do I say this? What instigates the Demon Slayer Corps to attack certain demons? Because you also have to think about like, oh, there was demon activity in Tokyo, but Tanjiro got there, and the only demon activity was Kibutsuji himself. And if they had known that it was Kibutsuji, I doubt they would have sent Tanjiro. Not only is he rank Mizunoto, but he is a newbie. That was like, what, his second mission? So, I don't know, you would think they wouldn't send him. But maybe all they heard was demon activity, and so they sent a demon slayer, And I guess you have to think about, they sent 10 Mizunoto demon slayers up there. And then they send 3 more, It's like, I guess you have to think about the process of it. But at the same time, it's like, well, if these demons are supposedly living peacefully, do you need to send anyone up there? If they're not causing trouble, but I would imagine they do cause trouble for anyone who goes up that mountain, For any, passing tourist who wants to go up that mountain, they go in and they probably kill them. So that's why they sent those Mizunotos there. And now, it's such a challenge that they're having to send Hirashi, I think that's what they said, rank Hirashi, which includes Giyu and Shinobu. So, I don't know. Because I guess I'm also thinking of Tameo and Yushiro. Does the Demon Slayer Corps know about them? Now, the other demons, Kibutsuji's demons, obviously know about Tameo, because the Tamari demon and the Arrow demon knew about her, and they thought, oh, we can bring in this fugitive. But I wonder if the Demon Slayer Corps itself knows about them, and maybe, allows them to be, I don't know. It's an interesting question, but obviously, yes, once those Demon Slayers are killed and marionetted by spider webs, yeah, obviously, these demons need to go down, so I don't know. But yeah, but that was an interesting thing too, just this. So it appears that it's only the mother who has this blood demon art to control the spiders and then control the webs, which is interesting. So, which I always like that. I always like powers that are basically very small threads. I don't know why. Between Helsing, Walter the butler, between him, Jolene Cujo, because I just recently started Stone Ocean, Jolene Cujo, Best Genus to an extent, and now this is there's something about tiny threads, that's always such an interesting power to me. There was one vampire like that in Castlevania, in the Netflix Castlevania. I think it was in season 4, I want to say. I think it was in season 4. So yeah, it's all that stuff is just, I don't know why, just tiny threads are such an interesting power to me. So I like that, and it's interesting, but it's that plus, these tiny spiders that are attaching all the webs to them, So yeah, so that's interesting. We did also have, Tanjiro is being blasted by the smell, so he can't figure out, he can't locate where the main demon is, but I do like Inosuke, who, again, we've established is very, completely self-taught. I don't even know if he really met other humans before, aside from the one demon slayer he beat the crap out of and took his sword. but he does seem to have this, incredible animal instinct. And yeah, he used that sort of spatial awareness, which I also like the distinction that I'm pretty sure it has to be part of the form that he puts the two swords down and then does that. Maybe that's a way of like helping him or something, or because he doesn't seem to have a sheath, he just wraps his swords basically, and then because he unwrapped them, he didn't have time to wrap them and put them on his waist again, so he just set them down and then did that. But yeah, but that was really interesting, and he did find the main demon, but now they have to deal with. I mean, they have to get there, and if there's 4 children, I guess, that they need to deal with, that could be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. So yeah, but very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff indeed. And yeah, my boy Gyu's coming back. My boy Johnny Unbosh. It's like, and Gyu was a great character in that first episode, which, here's the thing, that was so long ago for me, because I know I posted the first episode of Demon Slayer on New Year's Day, but for me, I recorded that like at the end of November, and that after that I got COVID, so I just delayed it until January. So for me, it's been so long since we've had Gyu that it's like, I want my boy back. And again, he's a great character. Honestly, half of it for me, though, is Johnny Unbosh. I freaking love Johnny Unbosh. He's such a great voice actor. Just everything. And I think my love for him, like, really grew when I watched Code Geass, because him as Lelouch is amazing. So I'm ready for him, but I'm also ready for this Shinobu girl. I'm curious to see what she's all about. So yeah. So, interesting stuff, and I'm excited to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Demon Slayer reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.